My friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new episode of FM21 and our Project Black Sea series. The last episode, my friends, is linked above for you right now. That was the end of Season 5. Today, we're going to get Season 6 underway, but not really. I'm quite a bit into Season 6. All will be explained in today's episode. You're probably going to notice, first and foremost, no Litex shirt. Don't worry, we've not moved football clubs, although there is something I want to talk about where that's concerned. Unfortunately, it's just dirty. I got stuff down it. Food. Idiot. Missed my mouth. God knows how I did it. But yeah, I'm just hoping it doesn't have any repercussions in today's episode. I'm a bit of a superstitious soul, and since we've been wearing the Litex shirt that Matt so brilliantly gave me, we've been on a roll. But anyway, my friends, we've got lots and lots to do in today's episode. We're going to be playing 2 games as well, so let's get cracking. So my friends, I'm going to start here. This is not the normal thing I would do at the beginning of a new season. I would usually just jump straight in, show you the transfers and that sort of stuff. We're going to jump back in a moment and do that. But the reason I want to start Spartak is that they came in, basically, in the summer for my services. It was to be honest with you, if they'd come in earlier, I might have taken it, but they come in quite late. It was almost like the beginning of July, and I'd already kind of done a lot of work with Litex at that point. But they came in for my services, and they actually offered me the job. Now, you're all either going to think I'm completely mad, or it's going to prove potentially how in love I am with Litex. They offered me a contract of £7,000 a week, £1.8 million in wages and £96 million in transfer fee, and I turned it down. Yeah, basically their squad's a mess, and because it's quite late in the window, I just felt like there was way too much work for me to do in the time that I potentially had before the season kicks off. It's an ageing team, and it just was all over the place. Basically, they've got state-of-the-art stadium facilities, a lot. Like they're the sort of club that we potentially should leave for, but they're not in the Champions League this year. They don't, they don't even want us to try and qualify for that. They think they're too far away from doing so. So again, I just think it's maybe like, it's not a ready-made job. I think it's maybe 2 or 3 years that it would be in the making to get them to the point where we got them to Champions League. And then, it's going to be another God knows how many seasons. So, I think for me to leave Litex now, it's got to be for a ready-made team that's already in a Champions League competing, basically. It seems nice on paper, £100 million nearly in transfer budget, but they're just too much work to do. Anyway, let's crack on with Litex now. There's lots going on at the moment. As you can see, there's lots of stuff here on the screen. Lots of teams have been coming in from our players. I'm not surprised in that because obviously Champions League last year, we had another really good domestic season. So I'm really not surprised. Stefan Rusev is the latest one who is under transfer bid. I'm probably going to consider it because he doesn't look like he's actually going to reach the levels that I want him to. Yeah, here we go. We're going to go to the transfers. We're going to go back a season because there are a couple of signings that I made towards the tail end of last year that we need to talk about. Also, Fomba is gone. He's left the building. Let's do the outs first, actually. That makes more sense. So, yeah, as you can see, Barama Fomba, he ain't even found himself a new club yet. Just shows you the level that he's at. We could not find anyone to buy him. He still had 2 years left on his contract, and it was like £400 a week, which I think, it's a lot of wages to be spending on a player that isn't going to play. Our youth players, you're going to see the first team. Our youth players are better than him now. Like, it's unbelievable how good our youth system is. But yeah, we released him. He's gone. We wish him well. I hope he finds a club. He was really good for us for a couple of seasons, weren't he? But just not the case anymore. Ivalo Markov has left the football club for £600,000. I didn't want to lose him, but he wanted silly wages. He wanted like 3.5k a week. He's on nearly 3k at the club he's gone to. I just don't think he's worth it. He wasn't going to be a first team regular, and I didn't want to spend silly money on him, basically on his wages. They came in with a really good bid of 600,000. It's a lot more than we paid for him at 65k. So we've made a profit, and we wish him well and hope him all the best as well. As you can see, like, if if you listen to scout reports, he isn't really that good anyway. Krasmir Panchev, I decided to cash in. We had fees that were still left to be paid on this with appearances and stuff like that. I decided to cash in. I don't really think he's ever going to reach the level we needed him to. Was really inconsistent for us last year. I've sold him for 45k. It can actually go up to about 100 with the add-ons, I do believe, and there is a thing in there that we get 30% of the profit if he is to be sold again. But just didn't think he was going to ever reach the levels that I thought he was. Maybe it isn't double. It's maybe I changed that. Anyway, Petyo Nikolaev, he was a youth player. I decided to let him go. He was never going to reach any levels. I know he's 15 and he's got ages that he, to try to kind of get to the level we need, but I just didn't think he was gonna, so we sold him for 10k. We've loaned out Adrian Sonev again. He's 21 years of age now, so this is make or break this season, in my opinion, out on loan. Not good enough to make the first team, because of the players we've got, but let's hope that he can do a job on loan for, I think it's PFK in Montana, who've just been promoted. This is a surprise. This might be a surprise. Kakamakov has left the building. He's gone and joined Debero. I didn't want to lose him. I don't think he's ever going to be a top right back, but I didn't want to lose him. But they came in with a bid and then he kicked off and said that's where he wanted to go. So we were left with no choice. That's the one that can be doubled. It can go up to 90k. Worth a bit more than they've paid, but really he's a youth player. He was pretty good for us. Last season, 5 appearances, 1 goal, a really good average rating. But when you look at the players we're signing now, it's not much of a loss. Stoysho Atanasov has left the building as well. He was in the last year of his contract, basically, and I didn't want to pay 2.5k a week for him because he isn't going to be a first team regular. So I decided, instead of letting him go for nothing, we would get some cash, and that's basically the reason why I've sold him. I didn't want to lose him. I think he was a pretty good player, to be honest with you. But yeah, 375k for a player we paid nothing for. It's all profit at the end of the day, and this is the way you've got to play the system sometimes. And then Rozan Nachev, 21 years of age. I just basically was a youth player that I didn't think was going to get to the dizzy heights that we needed, so I decided to sell him. We've let him go for 30k. And we wish him well and hope that he goes on to bigger and better things with Pidding. But yeah, that's the players that have left. And now we get to the exciting part with the players that have joined. And I am still looking for more players. Now, I should let you know that the transfer budget was actually reduced to 3.8 million. But as you can see, I made 1.1 million through selling players. And we got about 70% of whatever money that is there. So as good as 700k basically is what we got. So we upped it to about 4.5 million. Wage budget was reduced massively from 80k to 45k as well. So not great, but I think obviously the chairman just trying to keep a balance there in case we don't make it into the group stages of the Champions League once again. But yeah, let me go back. So Matija Marjanovic, you all knew about him. We'd signed him basically, didn't we, in the window. The winter window last season. We were just waiting for him to turn 18. He did so. He's now joined us in the summer, and boy oh boy is he a player. You're going to see that we played some games, and he has been excellent in those games, and I think we've got a star on our hands. I really, really do. He's good. He's very, very good, and as you can see, not bad. We play him obviously as a fullback support. His crossing, his dribbling maybe need a little bit of work, but the rest of the attributes, I actually think he's probably the best right back we've had in the series so far. And the other one that we signed at the end of the season was Damian Damyanov, who is a goalkeeper. It could go up to 45k, but we've got him for 25k. Basically, I needed a good backup. I haven't had a good backup at the club in ages. And the trouble with promoting youth up is then they don't play any games, basically, so then they can't get any better. They can't reach their potential. Even if you're making them available for the under-19s, they don't always play because you need them. So, yeah, I just thought we'll just buy a ready-made backup keeper, and that's what I've done with Damian. And he's all right. I think he's all right. He has played a game. He let a goal in, but he had a good game. I think he's a good addition. Sometimes the additions that you make are not all going to be staff players and really exciting to talk about. Sometimes you just got to make additions like that. Next up, we go to Bojan Mrzic. It says he's a left winger. We're obviously going to turn him into a right winger because he is right-footed, heavily right-footed. Now, I bought him in because I thought we were going to lose Topes, and I thought he's a good-looking player. Like, I think he's ready-made to kind of come in, do the business, and crack on. 19 years of age, got him on a free transfer as well, which is pretty ridiculous to think that this lad was released from his football club. And he's joined us on 1.5k a week, which is a lot of money, but there's no release clauses or anything like that. He's signed to 2028, so 3 years. So we've got the ability to kind of develop him over that time, and already he's ready-made. Like, he can play league football. I think he'd be good enough for the Champions League, just the sort of addition we needed in the football club. Personality, we need to kind of sort that out, and I'm hoping the mentoring groups can do that. But other than that, he's a good player. Like I said, we're going to train him to be a right winger. Nikola Tasev. Now, this is a player I have had my eye on for a little while. He, on paper, he doesn't look amazing, okay? And I've paid a lot of money for this player. It does have to be said. But on paper, he doesn't look amazing, okay? He's going to be playing backup to our left back. But he's probably going to be playing cup games, and he's probably going to be playing those games after the Champions League when the legs are a bit tired and stuff like that. So he's going to get some football. I genuinely, I think he's a good looking player. I really do, because he's only 18 and he's got a long way to go. He's currently about 2.5 star, potentially could get to 3.5, potentially 4.5 star potential. It really depends how his development goes. Wages are super low. He's already worth more than we paid for him. 250k up front, but then that 1.5 million, that takes a lot of stuff for that to happen. International appearances, appearances for the football club. Like, it's going to take a while before we have to pay that fee. So again, a bit like the one lad who I sold earlier, if it don't work out, we sell him before he gets to the end of that, we'll probably make a profit. But I genuinely think that he's going to be a good player, and we needed that backup left back. Theodore Damyanov. He's our new left winger. I've been looking for a left winger for a long time. I'm not sure if Damyanov is the best one out there, but he's 20. He's got a long way to go in his development. He's probably going to play week in, week out, because he's better than what we've got. And, a lot of the real top class left-sided players that I was looking at weren't interested in joining. So it's one of those things, unfortunately. Again, like I was saying last time, we might have the money. We might have, we might be playing Champions League, but it don't mean that players want to join. And unfortunately, that's kind of where we're at. We're in the middle. It's like someone who's got a 31-inch waist, you know what I mean? A 30-inch is going to be too small. A 32-inch is going to be too big. That's my analogy anyway. And that's kind of where we are. We're in the middle, ladies and gents. That's a very strange analogy, but it's the only best way I can do it. But yeah, it's 375k up front, potentially go up to 675. I actually think that's a steal, personally. It's not a lot of money spent at all. And then this is a player who I'm super excited about, and I genuinely think that given a season or two, he will replace Dimitrov in the team, who isn't getting any younger. And that is the reason why I signed this player, because we've got to start thinking about the future. And it's Gianni Pozgai, I think is how we're saying that name. He's a Peruvian centre midfielder. I'm going to be training him up to play deep line playmaker on support, not on defend. And as you can see, his attributes across the board in that position are pretty good already. He's a 3-star player, and I think we've got a future star on our hands. He's cost nothing, 125k, and then there's like 50 games he's got to play, and another 125k is going to be paid. The board are not happy about it, because we could have signed him on a free, but we would have had to have waited until January for him to join the club, and I needed him now. So we've got him at a reduced fee anyway. I just would rather pay a bit of money and have him now than have to wait 6 months before we get the player, because we need good players at the football club. Now, if I quickly show you the squad, we still need players. I still need a backup right back, but it is all change. We're going to go Spakowski, Adanov, Malinov and Iradi at centre-back this season. That's big, because 3 of the centre-backs are 18 years of age, but they're all good enough. If you look at Spakowski, we signed him last season, didn't we, like in the January transfer window. I think he's really good. Adonov, I think he's super good as well. Can play right back, and he's actually pretty decent at right back. It's just his dribbling lets him down there, but I think he's really really good. Obviously, we all know about Iradi. Lots of interest in him, and Malinov is the other one. Now, Malinov is in the last year of his deal. I'm waiting until we qualify for Europe before I offer him a contract. The reason for this being, he keeps putting in a very small release fee. Like, I mean, very small, like barely what he's worth. And I want to make some money on him at the end of the day. If we're going to sell him or have to sell him, be forced into it, I'd rather try and make some money. But yeah, it's no more than like 2 million quid. So it's just awful, basically. We've got this young lad up at the moment because of an injury. But the fact that he came through our academy as a regen is pretty mental in itself. Look how good he is at left back. We've promoted Stankov up to play striker with Zhivkov this season. He's already got some goals and looks a tasty little player, actually. Quite like the look of him. I am still looking for a striker as well. So probably a striker and a right back are basically what I'm still looking for this season. We've still got some money to do it. And basically, if any really, really good players become available that can come and join the first team, I will definitely be taking a look at them. But anyway, let's get to the fixtures. And as you can see, I've played lots and lots of games. Now, my thinking behind this, ladies and gents, is that last season took a long, long time to get through. So I wanted to try to push through. And the first 2 rounds of the Champions League were teams that we should be beating, basically, and should be beaten easily. Bangor looks a lot closer than it was. Basically, I rotated the team and played youth players in that second leg, and we still managed to draw the game. So, yeah, pretty mad. But we opened up this season with a bunch of friendlies. We weren't that great in the friendlies, does have to be said. We played this weird friendly cup where we played played 2 games in 2 days. Really weird, but anyway. We had the first round. It was Bukanost Podgoric, who I don't know what part of the world they're from, but we played those with 5-0 in the first leg. Zhivkov, Petkov, Topes with a brace, and Bonev with the goals. Then we played Cherno in the league, a 3-1 win for us. They've just been promoted. They were very good in the game, I'm going to say that. But Zhivkov, Topes, and Iradi from the penalty spot secured us the 3 points. Then a 9-1 victory in the second leg away from home. Top performance. Again, if you're taking a look at the team, heavily rotated. But they opened the scoring in this game, but then Bonev got himself a brace, Stankov got a hat-trick, Petkov got one, Racine got one, and Gagliardi got a brace off the bench. Really good stuff. Then we played Ludogorets, the team that continue to just fall apart every single season. We're beaten by 2-0. Zhivkov with a brace. And as you can see, there's 2 goals on the 69th minute there. He scored one, and then they literally kicked off, and Zhivkov intercepted, ran through and put it past the keeper. It's pretty mental. I've never seen anything like it. Then we come up against Bangor in the second qualifying round. 2-0 in the first leg. Bonev and Del Duca with the goals. Iradi actually missed a penalty. Then we played CSKA 1948. 2-1 victory. Really good, actually, because they were going pretty well at this time. Theodore with a brace in that game. Then we came up against Bangor again, and 2-2 in the game. You will see Ivanov got himself a brace. They scored 2 in 5 minutes through Todd Miller, but the game was already done and dusted and over. 4-2 we go through on aggregate. Then we play CSKA Sofia in the Super Cup, and we won it by 2-0. Zhivkov with them, and it was a very easy day at the office. That brings us up to date, and today we're going to do the Apoel, who we have drawn in the next round of the Champions League, and we're going to play both legs today. I realise we're probably already on about 20 minutes this video. It's going to be a very long episode, but it is what it is. It's the way the cookie crumbles. We're going to play both legs against them. I already know who we're going to face, but a bit like last time, I'm not going to tell you in case we don't go through. Next up, let's take a look at the FBet League table. 3 played, 3 wins, 9 points on the board. Topes and Zhivkov top of the goal scoring charts. Dimitrov is joint top of the assist chart. So yeah, just a good start to the season. Basically, we're sort of dominating domestically now, aren't we? I know that might be a bit boring for a lot of people, but just stick with it, because obviously the main goal of this series is to get to the Champions League final. Win, lose or draw, the minute we get to the final, the series is over. And we're only into season 6. It's going to take a lot more to get us there. And we might not even do it with Litex. If a big Champions League team comes in that is from the countries that we're allowed to manage in, we might potentially take that job. I know I turned down Spartak. back, but I think they were 2 or 3 seasons away from being competitive in the Champions League, and I didn't want to have to build a team up again personally. But yeah, that's that. Season preview. They reckon we're going to finish 5th. We've won it the last 2 years, and they still only think we're going to finish 5th. They've got Ludogorets winning it, CSK 2nd, Botev 3rd, Levski 4th, and us in 5th. I think it's pretty mental personally, but is what it is. Topes and Majanovic have made it into the best 11 dream team, so that's nice to see. So yeah, we will just see how things go, basically, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, it's time to kick off and play some football, as we are going to take on Apoel in the first leg. We are at home. I would hope that the home leg is going to be ours to win. And this is the team we're going to go with. It's all change, obviously, because of new signings and whatnot, but we're going to go Petrov in goal, Majanovic at right back, Verdenikov left back, Malinov and Aradi are going to partner each other, Yankov, Dimitrov partnering each other in the midfield, Damyanov and Topazov on the wings, Gagliardi through the middle, and Zhivkov up top. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big old game, this one. We need to make it to the group stages every single year with Litex. Otherwise, staying here was pointless, wasn't it? But that's a good header out, and Damyanov is going to get after it. It's always nice to see a player follow up. Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Oh, I thought he was going to score. Thought he was going to go all the way on his own. It wasn't the case. And it goes over the bar. That's going to be offside. Oh, why do we pass it back? That short corner routine used to work an absolute treat early on in this series. And for whatever reason, it just doesn't work the way it used to. But it's a good start from the Tex. Opening 10 minutes, we are the team that's on top. And we just need to go and grab some goals, basically. Make that away leg a little easier on ourselves as the time does tick away. But yeah, it's been a good start to the season. I know some people might not enjoy the fact that I've played a lot of games, but the Champions League's the most important thing now, where the series is concerned. I feel like domestically we are on top. I will obviously still cover domestic football, but Champions League will always take will be the important games and take precedent over it. But yeah, not much has happened in this first half. Here we go. We're going to have a goal kick now for Apoel. And they play out from the back a bit like us, but they've done that very, very nicely there, haven't they? Ball in. Dimitrov now into Gagliardi. We've won the ball back. I was really worried that obviously Majanovic is on a yellow and we were going to struggle there. Zhivkov gets it back to Dimitrov. Oh, Marjanic, that's a lovely run up the wing there into Dimitrov. Good ball, and there we have it. Damyanov with his first goal for Litex. Brilliant header, really good play, and that was all kept alive from the fact that the right back would not give up on stuff. Absolutely love to see it. Very, very happy. Very happy to take the lead. And we are very much on top of this game. They were saying in the build-up to the match that Apoel were a very similar level to us. But at the moment, it's not really looking that way, is it? I'm going to just do the usual. Ask for a bit more in the second half. Get that second goal. And really, really take the pressure off that second leg. And that would be great. Iradi got the ball stuck under his feet there, didn't he? Now Gagliardi, where's he going to go with it? It's a bit of a weird one, ladies and gents, but I've been looking obviously at relationships in the squad, and lots of people are struggling to connect with Gagliardi. That was a brilliant block, because that right there was 2-0. Yeah, lots of them are struggling to connect with him, and I'm a bit worried about that, because Gagliardi is a real key and star player for this football team. Zhivkov's not having the best day. Verdenikov struggling a little bit at left back as well. Got a few yellow cards now topping up. Do need to keep an eye on that. And I do think I'm actually going to make some changes. I think Yankov will come off for Del Duca. And I think Zhivkov for Stankov is one I'm going to make. Stankov, I genuinely believe, can perform against these teams at this level. Like I genuinely do. Like he's been playing some really good stuff recently. Topes is one I'm gonna change. We are gonna bring Bojan on Obviously, it doesn't recognise him as a right winger yet, but he is very much right-footed player, and that's the role that I want him to play. Here we go, free kick from the lad. It's a really good ball, and it's hit the post. Oh, we've had so many chances to really just kill this game off, and we've not been able to do it. It's a real worry just being 1-0 going into the second leg, but it has been a very dominating display, so that is going to fill me with some joy at least. 19 shots, 10 on target, really good XG. They've been on top of possession, but we can let them have that. Here we go. Oh, what a touch from Stankov that was. Gagliardi into Del Duca. This could be a good counter-attack here as Mrjic goes through. Is he going to pass? He is! And what have they chalked it off for? What have they chalked that off for? Offside? How can he be offside? It looked like there was about 4 defenders in front of him. That's a bit odd. 1-0 though. It's a good win. We go into the second leg right now. Okay, my friends, so here we go. Second leg of the Champions League. Qualifier, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, second leg, 1-0 up from the first leg. We won our league game, by the way, that took place between the last game and this one, by the way. 2-0 we won by. There was a sending off in the game late on for the opposition. But yeah, easy day at the office in the league. But this is going to be a lot harder, in my opinion, and I'm a little bit worried that we were only able to win 1-0 in that first leg because we were dominant, and just so we can get ourselves an away goal and go on and move on into the next round of the Champions League. But yeah, we're going to go with Petrov in goal, Marjanovic at right back, Verdenikov at left back. Those two names are going to kill me. I might have to just start calling them by their first names. Manonov and Iradi are going to play centre back, Yankov, Dimitrov centre midfield, Damyanov and Gagliardi, Topazov on the wings, and Cam. And we're going to go Zhivkov up top. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't even have a shot on target when they visited us. Let's hope we can do that again. Just get through the tie, basically. It's so tight, isn't it, at 1-0 from the first leg. We just need to go out and get the job done, though. A bit like we did last season. We really did shock everybody last year by making it to the group stages. I kind of feel like we're in a similar position this year. I don't think the team's much stronger than it was last year, and slowly trying to make it stronger. But it is hard. It's very, very difficult. 20 minutes have gone by and we are definitely on top of the game. We just need to go and carve out a proper opportunity and get a goal in this second leg. But we are slowly improving season on season. Good header out that. Going to try and close the man down. Is he going to try and win that ball back and counter-attack? Nope. Instead, it looks as though they're going to get through. It's good stuff from them. Cross in, straight at the goalkeeper in the end. I think he was offside, actually. But it's a good opportunity carved out. Right, free kick into Verdenikov, who drives forward into Gagliardi. Brilliant stuff from him. Goes past one. Tries to go past two. He's still going. It's a good shot, but it's straight at the goalkeeper in the end. Maybe it would have been better to have passed that to Zhivkov, who hasn't actually scored in a few games. He's got 3 goals this season, but he's on a little bit of a goal drought, which is strange to be able to sit here and say about Zhivkov, a man who doesn't stop scoring, does he? He hasn't stopped scoring season on season. Double digits every year for us. Oh my God, how's that not ended up in the back of the net? Oh, so unlucky there. It was blocked away. We now drive forward. That's going to come to nothing. We do look the more deadly of the two teams. It does have to be said. So I'm hoping we can go and get ourselves another goal. But it's tight. It's a very, very tight tie, this. Yeah, that's what I kind of... I'm going to go with what the assistant manager has suggested there. Just want to make sure that we come out the other side of this. Topazov is not having the best of games. Might have to think about substituting him. Right, they've got a free kick. It's a good free kick. It's headed away. They've still got it though. Oh, they go all the way back out. There was a really good ball. And that ball's coming in and it's well blocked. It is still there though. It's offside. They've been a lot better in this second leg, but you would expect that for a team who are at home. I am going to make that Topazov change because he just hasn't been able to get into this. We're going to bring Bojan on for him. and we'll see what he can do. He's a pacey winger, so that might be able to cause teams problems. Ball in, good header away. Still no one there though to mop up these second balls. It's all well and good doing good defensive work, but you want to counter attack. Oh, Zhivkov was nearly there, nearly nicked in, got the ball. Oh, they're through. Oh, and it's a good save from Petrov. We are living on the edge here. I'm going to demand a bit more from the boys, because we are definitely living life on the edge. And that's another header, and it's straight at the goalkeeper. They've had so many more opportunities to go and win it this time around, haven't they? Zhivkov is not playing well. Gagliardi not playing well. That's not helping us at all at the moment. Right, throw in. Verdenikov into Damianov, who was the man who scored the goal in the first leg, remember? That's a ball. Doesn't quite beat the man, and they're now going to come forward. That's a great challenge from Yankov. Brilliant tackle. Right, now Damianov, what can you do with this football? Goes back to Yankov. Into Verdenikov. Ball over the top. That's the one he's just tried. And Radoslav Zhivkov is the man who puts us 1-0 up. He gets that important away goal. And that's kind of why you leave him on the pitch, because he has the ability to do that to football teams. I am going to make another change. It's going to be Gagliardi. He's not really been able to get into this one. And I'm going to bring Del Duca on. And I'm going to go into sort of defence mode, I guess you could call this. We'll go box to box with Yankov. We will go to Carrillo with Dimitriov, and we'll just do that, and we'll just tighten up now and make sure we see this tie out. Damianov is a little leggy, so we'll bring him off and bring Bonev on. Still a good team, isn't it? This is the thing now. We're getting to the point when we make substitutions. It's still a good team. Right, free kick, and they have got themselves a goal back, but the away goal is massive. The away goal is absolutely massive. Let's just encourage the boys. Come on, Ed, that. Why did you have your back to it? Like, get up and challenge. There we go. Del Duca, that's a brilliant tackle from you. Zhivkov runs the line into Bonev. Now to Yankov. Zhivkov, it's hit the crossbar. What a goal. What a goal that would have been. It was unbelievable football. And unfortunately, it comes off the underside of the crossbar. And we're going to go through on that away goal. I would have liked to have won both legs. 2-1. That's so tight. But we're through to face off against the next team. And so here you have it, ladies and gents. This is who we're playing next time out. And I'm going to be honest with you, I am worried. Basel are a really, really good team. They kind of dominate their league so they have done for the last 3 years. They're kind of dominated. St Gallen and Young Boys are up there. They're pretty good as well. But Basel, look how many league titles they've won. And anyone that knows anything about football knows who Basel are. So that's going to be a tough tie. And I am a bit worried about it. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm a bit worried about it because I've looked at their players and they're very, very good. And it's going to be a bit like the Genk game, I think, from last year. You just got to go in for it and go for it, basically. But where do we pick this up next time? We're going to come back for the Basel double header because that is the playoff. That's the last one until the group stage proper. And we're going to find out, basically, if we're going to be a group stage team again or if we are going to bail out at this point, and that will be that, and it will be European football done and dusted for a season, and that would be disappointed. It would be a bit of an anticlimax, wouldn't it, to season 6, even at this early stage. So yeah, I'll play the CSKA Sofia game off cam. We'll come back for that Basel game. Double header, and then after that we'll just draw the groups if we get through, and then we'll just see what happens basically for the remainder of the season. But we are most definitely on course where the league's concerned already. 4 wins from 4 games, 12 points on the board, and it's going pretty well. I think the team's getting better. Between now and next episode, I'm going to continue to look for more players and try and strengthen the team the best way I can. But until then, my friends, just look forward to that next Champions League game. And so there you have it, my friends. We're done and dusted for another episode of FM21's Project Black Sea. And domestically, I think we're quite nice and we're tidy. We're going very, very well. It's been a long time since we lost a game domestically, believe it or not. So yeah, we'll take a look at the records and stuff next time around. But yeah, Champions League is what it's all about. Let's hope we can get past Basel. It's going to be tough, real tough. But we can look forward to that next time. If you're new, subscribe. It's the best way to support the channel. Drop a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. We want more eyes to be seeing this stuff as well as the other bits and bobs we do on the channel. But until then, I salute you all. See you next time. Stay safe, stay humble. Laters.